Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. In the Old Testament, under the law of Moses, someone could require you to go a mile with them. What that means is, say you were traveling and for whatever reason you needed help and you saw somebody traveling, you could tell them, I need you to go a mile with me. I need you to help me carry this, or I need you to help me because I'm not feeling well. And under that law, you were required to go 1 mile. Well, in the New Testament, which actually Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, it says New Testament in our Bibles, which means New Covenant, but it's actually still the Old Covenant because the New Covenant did not come into being until the book of Acts when the New Testament church was birthed. But when we read about Jesus, he was talking and he said, if your brother requires you to go a mile, go 2. What he meant by that is this. They were still trying to adhere to the law and to make sure that they just did everything according to the law. But Jesus was trying to show them grace, as we know that we are under the covenant of grace. And so he said, if someone requires you to go a mile, don't just go a mile, but go 2 miles. In other words, show them grace and mercy. And it's easy for us in our lives to think, okay, I'm going to do this because I have to, but I'm not doing anything else. But when we learn to operate in grace and mercy and to do as Jesus said, to not just go the 1 mile, but to go 2, our lives are so much more fulfilled and we are so much more blessed when we learn to do it from our heart and to always show grace and mercy. So remember what Jesus said. If you're required to go 1, just go 2. In other words, if something seems like I have to do this, do above and beyond, because that is when the ordinary becomes extraordinary or extraordinary. Thank you for tuning in.